Welcome back to another edition of Nagy on Sports' 2020 Cleveland Brown Madden Simulation. I am Phil Nagy. Thanks for joining us again here this week. It is week 2. Before we move on to Cincinnati, though, let's put a quick little bow on last week's performance. Many of you have seen now that the Browns lost 40-10 to the Baltimore Ravens. Here are the ongoing season stats for the Browns, and you can see that it does not look good. Baker was not good. Chubb was not good. The receivers were not great. And I guess the only maybe bright spot, of course, was JoJo Natson and Grant Delpit in his first game as a Brown, leading with 6 solo tackles. So it's time to direct our attention. Thursday Night Football, Week 2 in the NFL. The Cincinnati Bengals join us here at First Energy Stadium. Again, it is September 17th, Thursday Night Football, Week 2. Browns and Bengals, our first chance to see Joe Burrow, the number 1 overall pick from Cincinnati, and Cleveland coming home to look for some revenge. Today's key is Cleveland. You've got to feel the rhythm. You've got to get in a rhythm, running and passing. Their offense was terrible, and you got to hassle number 9, Joe Burrow. For Cincinnati, you got to make Joe comfortable. Do whatever you can to get him to be successful, and then disrupt that Cleveland running game that will give you the best chance. Here's the depth chart for today. This is what I'll be using all season long, just so you can see. And again, the rosters were created by Jacob, and I will shout him out later in the broadcast. So without further ado, here's the kickoff.
All right, and here we go. Nagy on Sports, Week 2. Randy Bullock approaches the ball and kicks it away. JoJo Natson receiving. As you can see, I didn't switch the controllers until after the first play, so it'll go back to spectate mode here. First Energy Stadium, Baker Mayfield starting out with double tight end right and an I formation behind him. He gives the ball to Nick Chubb, and he's up the middle for a few yards. That's a good start, as Nick Chubb really struggled in last week's game. And you could see there Logan Wilson, rookie from Boise State, there on the tackle for the Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, I'm sorry, I have not figured out how to get rid of that man's face. No personal attacks, of course, on Mr. Kitchens. Baker out of the shotgun, 2nd and 6 now. He's got time, he surveys the field, he goes to the right side, and it's picked off. Oh boy, it's picked off there. I think that's William Jackson, the 2nd, and he's going to take it all the way down to the 9-yard line. Excuse me, the 3rd, Mr. Jackson, the 3rd. Wow, huge early mistake for Baker Mayfield. William Jackson, quick change of events. Joe Mixon quickly off the left side. We hadn't even warmed up. We hadn't even started talking about the game yet, and Cincinnati's got the ball on the 9-yard line. Joe Burrow coming in very excited about the opportunity, of course, to turn this franchise around. A few miles from his hometown, of course, in Athens, Ohio. He's under center here on 2nd and goal from the 7. He's back to pass. He zips it across the middle to a wide open Drew Sample. Touchdown Bengals. That is not great. Touchdown Bengals. Wide open in the middle of the field. The safeties were completely split. The linebackers had all gone with other routes. And just like that, the Bengals are on the board very quickly here to start the game. 7-0 with the Bullock kick going through a 2-play, 9-yard, 42-second scoring drive for Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals as he fires his first touchdown pass here in First Energy Stadium. And probably won't be his last over the course of his career in Cincinnati. So again, as we talked about in Week 1, these little breaks are a little bit longer, so if you'd like to get me some information, I'd be happy to shout out your company and say nice things about you or whatever. Today I do want to shout out my friend Jake, who made all the rosters today, and he does a great job. And if you haven't downloaded it, it's called at Madden21 Roster. You can find him on Twitter, and he's the most downloaded Madden 2020 rosters in the game. Check him out, and you can also drop him a tip there at PayPal like I did just today. So thanks, Jake. Appreciate that work for you. JoJo Natson brings it out to the 21, and Baker comes back out fresh off of his interception. Very early Cincinnati touchdown, and already the Browns, whose offense was abysmal to say the least last week in Baltimore, comes out down 7-0 here. Baker out of the shotgun with that trips formation left. He's got plenty of time. He zips it across the middle. This time it's going to be Beckham. Great little catch there by OBJ. He's going to get 7 yards up to the 28-yard line there. Nice little pitch and catch as Beckham was running that in. They were in a lot of digs last week with Beckham across the middle. There's Zach Taylor, the young head coach for the Cleveland Browns. We'll talk more about their, Cincinnati Bengals. We'll talk more about Zach Taylor and his staff and the connections to the Browns a little bit later. Play action pass, and there's Geno Atkins. Down he goes. Baker Mayfield. Geno Atkins, such a good player. Feels like he's just been terrorizing the Browns teams for years. Perennial Pro Bowler, class act out of Georgia. 6'1", 300 pounds. He's 32 years old here. And he gets right past Wyatt Teller and J.C. Treader there in the middle. And sacks Baker Mayfield on an important second down and short. There he is one more time. Just nothing that Baker could do there. And then, of course, a little false start right afterwards because you got some happy feet. I think they're going to call that on Treader. So now, of course, we're down to a 3rd and long after we had 2nd and short just 2 plays ago. Zipped it out to the side and out of bounds after about a 1, maybe 2-yard gain. Looked like that was just his check down. Nick Chubb, 1 catch there on the game. Tackled by Mackenzie Alexander, free agent pickup in the offseason in his 5th year out of Clemson. Spent the first 4 years in Minnesota. Jamie Gillen into punt early. This is not a great sign for an offense that was already struggling coming out of last week, and they had a short week of practice to prepare for this Thursday night primetime matchup. So with just 11 minutes to go here in the first quarter, Joe Burrow is going to come out for his 2nd possession and attempt to put some more points on the board for the Cincinnati Bengal offense. There's a good look at rookie Jacob Phillips there in the middle of that defense. Burrow under center. John Ross in motion. They're going to give it to John Ross on the little jet sweep. He makes 1-man miss, 2-man miss, and then John Ross takes him down. That little jet sweep. John Ross took it around the right edge, got around Sendejo, got around another defender before finally being brought down by Jacob Phillips. Nice little run there. Cincinnati is up to midfield. There was jump. Somebody jumped there. Not sure who it was, but it's going to be a false start. It's like it could have been the center there, Hopkins. But you're going back 5 yards, and we'll take it. We'll take it. That's right, the fans celebrating that home field advantage penalty. Joe Burrow in the shotgun, trips to the left. Joe Mixon on his right hip. Takes the snap with one hand, fires it to the left, and it's just out of the reach. Looked like he was going for his tight end on that side, Uzama, as Tyler Eifert has moved on from the Bengals here in the offseason. So 2nd and 15. A little bit of life, a little bit of energy now here in the stadium as this defense tries to shut down Joe Burrow on the 2nd drive. There's Mixon. Oh, great stop right there. That's going to be a tackle for a loss, maybe a no gain there. Huge way to seal the edge. Olivier Vernon from his defensive end spot just sniffed that one out, shed that left tackle, and got right in the face of Joe Mixon. Great play there. It's 3rd and 17 now. Getting loud here in the dog pound. Burrow out of the shotgun. He's back to pass over the middle. Just checks it down to Joe Mixon. A very safe throw. And Joe Mixon is brought down very quickly by Grant Delpit and company. And the Browns defense will force a punt. Nice job there. Hassling the rookie a little bit. Making him get rid of the ball. Checking it down to Mixon for only 5 yards when they needed a lot more than that. Kevin Huber into punt now. Gets it away from his own 35. And he's going to angle it out of bounds at the 16. It looks like the Browns will start back over. So Baker Mayfield and company coming back out just looking for any kind of life, any kind of rhythm on offense. It has been a struggle for 60 minutes in week 1, and now for the first 4.5, 5, 6 minutes here of week 2. Baker under center. He's going to give to Chubb. That's a smart play. Chubb up the middle. He's going to get 10 yards and a first down. Oh, never mind. They're going to give him 9 as he gets all the way up to the 25-yard line. And now it's going to be a 2nd and 1. Great run right up the gut there for Nick Chubb. That's what they need to do. They need to give him the ball. He did not have a great week. 20 yards rushing in all of last week's game. He really needs to get it going. There's a carry to Chubb, and I think he's going to get the first down. He cut out a little prematurely, I think, and no, they're not going to give it to him. 3rd and inches as Jesse Bates came up and made a great tackle right at the line of scrimmage. A free safety from Cincinnati came right up and made a great tackle. Looked like Chubb just had to keep going forward, but he tried to juke out to the left, and it didn't work. 3rd and very, very short. Baker, quick zip over to the right side, and they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it on that very quick lightning screen to the right side with Landry. And I'm not sure if that was an RPO or something they saw or a design play, but it actually is going to lose 2 yards. Landry goes backwards as he was pursued by those Bengal defenders. And now the Browns will have to punt again. Already their 2nd punt of the first quarter to go along with that interception. Great punt by Gillen. Nice return there. Looks like Darius Phillips, perhaps. Yeah, there he is, Darius Phillips. 3rd season out of Western Michigan is their returner. So Joe Burrow comes back out on offense again, and we'll see what he can get going, and we'll see if the Browns defense can continue to grow on the momentum from their last drive. Burrow under center, 2 wide receivers split right and left. Now he goes with a quick hitter to A.J. Green on the left side, but Greedy Williams was not fooled at all. What a play there by Greedy. He read it quickly, and it's going to be no gain. No gain. Nice job there by Greedy Williams to get over to that play and make that tackle. Joe Burrow under center again. He's got 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. He's going to be back to Pat. No, it's going to be a delayed draw to Mixon. He's going to be stopped in the backfield by Sheldon Richardson. Great tackle there. He jetted through the middle of the line. Was not fooled by that draw at all, and it's 3rd and 14. And this Browns defense is fired up here early, playing with a little bit of energy, a little bit of passion after last week's embarrassment in Baltimore. 3rd and long now. Burrow back to pass. He's got some time. There's not much pressure. He's got lots of time. He's got lots of time. What is he doing? And finally, Olivier Vernon's going to sack him back at the 10-yard line. Holy moly, Burrow had forever. We would definitely call that one a coverage sack. He just had so much time to throw back there, and Olivier Vernon did not give up on it. You can see they're going against Jonah Williams, that left tackle, who missed all of last year. Their first-round pick from a year ago missed all of last year with an injury. And Jonah Williams gets beat eventually by Vernon for the sack. So great play there. Here's Natson. He picks up the ball at his own 35-yard line. He's going to get up to about the 46. So Baker comes back out. Got to get something going here on offense. Capitalize on what your defense is doing for you. Baker under center gives the ball to Nick Chubb. He's got a huge hole up the middle. Great run there by Nick Chubb. By far his best of the season. Great run there by Nick Chubb, just gashing the Bengal defense as he followed Joe Batoni over that left side. Looked like Wyatt Teller pulled over and sealed that tackle. And what a run by Nick Chubb. Just do that, please, Browns. We needed a lot more of that last week, and we didn't get it. 1st and 10 now. Baker back to pass. Back to pass. Throws a little bit awkwardly across his body and on the move. And I think he was going for Nick Chubb, but it is incomplete there. Wasn't really under a lot of pressure. Maybe a little bit coming from that left edge. Conklin looked like he was holding up okay, though. Baker under center. 3 tight ends in the game now. They're gonna play action boot to Nick Chubb and go out to the outside to Austin Hooper. Nice little play call there for just 3 yards though. But nice little play. Good to see a little bit of chemistry. Hooper had 5 catches last week against Baltimore And hoping that he can continue to expound on that effort here today with another 4 to 5 catches would be great. Maybe more, who knows. Pressure coming there, set up the screen, and it is just blown up. So on 3rd and 7, Stefanski dials up a screen to the right to Chubb, and it looked like it just wouldn't develop. Pressure was in his face. Baker got rid of it maybe a little bit earlier than he wanted to. It was not set up yet, and therefore incomplete. Seibert's going to come in here. He's going to kick a long field goal now. 53-yarder for Seibert, and it is short. And a little bit left. Looked a little bit left and a little bit short. So Seibert with a missed field goal there, and the Browns come away with no points. So Seibert starts the year now 1 for 3. Not a great way to get his season started. And the defense has to come right back on the field here. Bengals with great field position after that missed field goal. Hand off inside to Joe Mixon. He gets about 6 or 7 before he is capped down. Oh, they're going to give him a gain of 5 there. Jacob Phillips, the rookie out of LSU, on the tackle. 3 minutes and 30 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. And Cincinnati has the ball, 2nd and 5, right about midfield. Burrow out of the shotgun. He's back to pass, surveying the field. Zips it across the middle, and it's batted away by Greedy Williams. Nice play there by Greedy. He has had a great first quarter so far. Nice play by Greedy to make that play happen. Reading the route, maybe reading the eyes of Joe Burrow and knocking that ball away. 3rd and 5 now, important defensive position. There's that trips to the right again. Burrow back to pass. He's got time. He throws it off to the right. Looked like a miscommunication with Tyler Boyd over on that right side. He thought he was going to cut out, and he didn't. Or if he did, it was at the wrong time. And the Browns force another punt here. So nice job by the Browns on defense to stop Joe Burrow right there, especially with that short field position. Huber's going to punt the ball and try to pin him back deep. JoJo Natson waits. He calls for a fair catch. It bounces at the 1 and just trickles into the end zone. So nice try there by Huber, but it is going to be a touchback, and the Browns will take over at the 20-yard line. Again, they had a little bit more momentum in that last drive, and they will try to carry on the same way here against the Bengals. Baker back to pass again. He's got time. He's going to get sacked again. Geno Atkins, his 2nd sack of this first quarter, and he is a menace. Just beating up the double team. Look at that, splitting the double team of Treader and Teller. And he went right to Baker Mayfield, right up. And every quarterback will tell you they hate pressure right in their face. Baker under center. He's going to give it to Chubb on the left side. Runs into a little bit of it. He stumbles forward for a few more yards. That initial contact slowed him down, but he was able to get the yards of that sack back +1, leaving a 3rd and 9 here for Baker and the Browns offense. We're under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Baker out of the shotgun now. He's got time. Here comes Atkins again in his face. He just gets rid of it to Chubb. I couldn't tell if it was a screen pass or just a emergency bailout, but he tosses it over to Chubb, and Chubb takes it for like a negative 6-yard gain. Geno Atkins again wrecking Baker Mayfield's life early in this game, and they're going to have to punt again. Jamie Gillen punting from his 4-yard line. He gets it off. Nice punt. Wow, look at that. Really nice punt by Gillen. Taken by Phillips, and he's going to be tackled at the 38-yard line. What a punt there by Jamie Gillen. He has been one of the lone bright spots of this season early on. The Scottish Hammer doing his best there to help the team. So Joe Burrow back on the field with this Bengals offense. Zach Taylor calling the plays. Brian Callahan, the offensive coordinator. You might recognize that name. He's the son of Bill Callahan, the Browns offensive line coach. So maybe a little insider trading happening before this game, but I doubt that Dad gave too much away. And they're on opposite sides of the ball. There's Zach Taylor. 30 seconds to go here. 2nd and 9. Burrow under center again. A pretty lackluster quarter in terms of offense. Browns actually outgaining the Bengals so far. And nice play there again by Greedy Williams as he once again comes up and stuffs A.J. Green. They're actually going to say it was a backwards pass. They'll count it as a rush attempt. And Greedy Williams was right there to tackle A.J. Green. That's going to be the end of the first quarter with the Browns down 7-0 here at First Energy Stadium on a beautiful Thursday night in September. We'll be back with the second quarter right now. Burrow had a 3rd and 9 from his 39-yard line in the shotgun again. He's got 3 receivers and Uzama in there with him as well. He's going to fire it down to the left. It's open, A.J. Green. Nice pitch and catch for about 15 yards on the square out. A.J. Green missed most, if not all, of last year with that injury, and he is back, and he is excited to be a part of this rebuild. Wanted to stay around, probably had opportunities to go elsewhere, and they tried to work something out. A.J. Green, nice catch there on the outside. Bengals have crossed midfield. Burrow under center. He's going to turn around and give to Mixon off the left side. Makes 1-man miss, makes 2-man miss. Mixon, he's down the left side, and he's in for the touchdown. Joe Mixon made 2 guys miss early in the play, and then he just turned on the afterburners. Nice 2 quick little jump cuts, and then it was gone, and Sendejo could not catch him, took a bad angle, and Mac Wilson was not going to catch him from behind there. Nice play by Joe Mixon for the Bengals touchdown, and they are up 14-0 here very early into the second quarter. And the Browns fans are starting to get a little bit disgruntled here, I would say. A little bit angry. They have yet to see their offense do much of anything, certainly in this game, but really all season. Remember, the only touchdown of the year so far was that JoJo Natson kick return for the touchdown. So the Browns will get the ball when we come back. .13 to play in the second quarter. Randy Bullock kicking the ball off. JoJo Natson takes it about 6 yards deep, just decides to take a knee. Man, that was an electric kick return that he had last week. Just certainly justifying that pickup from Andrew Berry with Mike Prefer's strong encouragement. All right, so here are Baker and the boys. They're back out on the field. They need to get something going. They really, really do. There's that trips left formation with Higgins out wide right. Zips it over the right side in the direction of Higgins. We're going to throw a flag, and they're going to call holding on Jack Conklin against Carlos Dunlap on that right side of the line. That is unfortunate, although the play was incomplete. So they only lose the 10 yards, not the down. But they do scoot back. Baker out of the shotgun. Bengals showing a little bit of a blitz with Von Bell and Logan Wilson, and they're both going to come. Baker sees it and feels it, goes to his right, but does throw the ball incomplete. As you could definitely tell, he was feeling a little bit hurried in that pocket. And he flushed to his right a little bit, tried to come back left across the field, and it was incomplete. Baker now under center, 3 wide receivers, and Hooper in the game. And the give is to Nick Chubb, and he is just pounded in the backfield. They're going to lose yards yet again. Jesse Bates and company just shooting the gap, and there was no chance for Nick Chubb to do anything other than that. A loss of a couple of yards there. Baker under center, 3rd and 22. Not a great way for your offense to get going. And now he's going to be sacked again. Geno Atkins, are you kidding me? His 3rd sack of the first half. And Wyatt Teller is just getting abused. Look at him there. He's going to split the double team again. Although it was mostly Teller and Atkins with another sack. That is his 3rd of the first half. Gillen from in his end zone rips the ball out again. Wow, nice punt down to the 35 where Wesley takes it. Phillips takes it. Wesley was the returner from last week. And there's Darius Phillips. And they're going to get the ball around midfield. So Joe Burrow coming out, he's got to feel all kinds of confident. He hasn't had to do a lot. They've just kind of asked him not to make mistakes so far in this game. Keep turn around, giving the ball to Joe Mixon. Try to get the ball into your playmaker's hands on the outside. He's back to pass now. He zips it across the middle. Nice job on the slant there to A.J. Green, but there is a flag, and they're going to call a holding penalty now on Bobby Hart as he was holding Myles Garrett over on that right side, which I can't blame him for. There's Myles, certainly waiting for him to begin to have an impact here in this young season. Was pretty quiet last week in that game against Baltimore. So now 1st and 20. Burrow under center. Double tight end to the right. He's going to zip it quickly over to A.J. Green, and he breaks one tackle, and then he's going to get swallowed up the second time around there. Nice play by the Browns defense again. They have played pretty well with the exception of one or two plays here or there. Really all it is Mac Wilson's going to get credit for that tackle there on the outside as he just shot out to A.J. Green on the left side of there of that offense. Here's Burrow out of the shotgun. He's back to pass, surveying the field. He's got time. He zips it far left, and it's caught. A.J. Green. He fumbles the football, though, and it's picked up by Delpit. It's the Browns football. The Browns have the football. What a play there by Grant Delpit as he's able to pick it up. The ball is ripped out by Greedy Williams over on that side of the field. What a play. Oh, and then Baker Mayfield gets sacked again by Geno Atkins. 4 sacks. It is so hard to play this game, but especially when you are behind the sticks. And look at Geno Atkins for a 4th time in this first half. This time he was working on Joel Bitonio, and he just beat him. And as he is just on fire right now, there's no way to put it. Chubb up the middle. He's going to get a few yards back. He's had a decent first half here. They need to give him the ball more. They just aren't getting a lot of first downs, not having much of an offense, not sustaining any of these drives. That's got to make Zach Taylor very happy over on that sideline. So the clock ticks under 11 minutes to go here now. Baker out of the shotgun, Chubb next to him. He takes the ball with one hand. He's looking, he's firing right to Chubb as well, but he's going to lose maybe a yard, maybe he gains a yard there as they're still recovering from that Geno Atkins sack. So the Browns are going to have to punt again. They have done nothing but come in here and lose yardage. These Geno Atkins sacks are piling up, folks, as he's got 4. Gillen's going to have to punt it away again. Nice punt. Oh, that drops right at the 10. Look at that thing just settle. Nice job. Great punt there by Jamie Gillen as he drops that ball right down there, and it just dies at the 8-yard line. So it'll be a long field here for Joe Burrow and company when they come back out on the field as the Bengals take over on offense yet again. Browns defense could really try to do something. I mean, that was such a great play by Greedy and Delpit on the previous possession to get the ball back. The offense just could not do anything with it, which is unfortunate. Decent little run there by Joe Mixon, 5 yards off left side as he's that inside zone run as he was tackled by Jacob Phillips and teammates. Phillips in the middle of that defense has been a pretty decent start to his NFL career this first game and a half. Throw back to pass. He's got Uzomah over the middle. Uzomah's got some space. Sendejo can't catch him. And finally, Denzel Ward is the one to take him out of bounds. Uzomah, 21 yards. And again, he is the first tight end option. Great little pass, just an easy little crossing route. And you can see the frustration on that Browns sideline as Uzomah rumbles down for a first down. And the Bengals, despite being pinned down to the 8, are all the way up now to the 34 here. There's a fake jet sweep, and then they're going to give it to Mixon, and that is blown up quickly by Jacob Phillips there in the middle of that line. Nice little trick play where they faked that jet sweep to John Ross, which they had a little success with earlier. Gave it to Mixon through the middle, but Jacob Phillips was not fooled there. Nice play for him. Good balance from the Bengals offense here so far. Burrow under center. He's back to pass. He fires it left side. It's Uzomah again. He's got a first down, and Joe Burrow is starting to get a little warmed up here with his receivers. That's 2 long first down completions to his tight end in a row. Zama, nice play. Just nobody around him. Look at Mac Wilson trying to stay with him, but he was definitely behind him and just could not stay with him there across on that crossing route from right to left. Burrow back to pass again. In the pocket, he's got all kinds of time to throw. This looked like just a check down, but it's going to be a nice play for Tyler Boyd. He caught it about the first down and turned around and ran for another 8 to 10 yards. 14-yard gain there by Tyler Boyd. Mac Wilson takes him down. He just kind of parked it down in the zone and waited for the ball. Whether it was a check down or that was the designed route, not sure. Burrow's going to give to Mixon on the inside. He's off the right guard, and then he just gets taken down nicely there. Grant Delpit again coming up to fill the hole. He has been good so far in run defense. They play him some at safety. They play some in the slot, moving him around a little bit to try to give him the best opportunity to do what he does well for this Browns defense. Ball to 27, 2nd and 6. Burrow back to pass, surveying the field again. He goes over to the left side, and that looked like John Ross on that little square in from the left side of the field for 6 yards, but it's enough for a first down. As I caught that in cut, and you can see Delpit was with Ross, and he covered him pretty well. It was just a nice route, a good throw, good catch, and another first down at the 20-yard line. The Bengals moving again. Just a quick little zip out to the left side. Joe Burrow completes the pass to John Ross. He's going to get a very minimal gain of 2 yards. So the Browns defense are probably getting a little bit tired. They've been on the field a lot here in this first half. Now under 5 minutes to go. Burrow out of the shotgun 5. Wide receivers out in the pattern right now. He's going to throw it off to the left. Great little one-handed catch there by Uzama. That was slick. Nice one-handed grab by the tight end. And he is playing very well so far here in this first half. C.J. Uzama, the tight end for the Bengals. So it's a 3rd and 1 here. Very important 3rd down. The Browns really cannot afford to give up 7 more points here. Really need to try to hold them to a field goal with the way that their offense is playing. Burrow under center. He's going to give the ball to Mixon. And Mixon's got the first down. And he's down to the 3, to the 4. What a run there by Joe Mixon. And it's a huge 1st and goal. And again, this defense, they just look a little tired to me. Getting pushed around up front. Missed tackle there. Finally, the 3rd guy through makes the tackle, but Joe Mixon running with a purpose already with 1 long touchdown run here in the quarter. Goal line formation, Joe Burrow under center. He pitches it to the left side. Nice play there by Carl Joseph. Great play there as he just pushed the tight end out of the way and makes the tackle for a loss in the backfield. Great play there by the Browns free safety, coming up to make a wonderful tackle in the backfield. They're going to need another one of those, probably 2 of those, to try to hold the Bengals to a field goal attempt. Burrow under center. Fakes it to Gio Bernard. He's off to the right side to Ross. Great tackle in open space there by Mac Wilson, as he was not fooled by that play action to Gio Bernard, and he stayed appropriately zoned. And a nice play there. And there's a camera shot at Myles Garrett, of course, who is back, reinstated over the summer by the commissioner. And he is ready to make a play, and we're ready for him to make a play. Burrow back to pass. He's got time. He's got lots of time. Burrow back to pass. He's going to get sacked there. It's Mac Wilson with a Mac attack. Great job there. Huge play by the Browns defense to keep Cincinnati out of the end zone. He still had lots of time. Great coverage. Sheldon Richardson was also right there. Good pressure. And now the Bengals will have to settle for this 33-yard field goal attempt. What a play there. Again, you can see it. Mac Wilson just did not give up on the play on his delayed blitz. Got through the line and sacks Joe Burrow, meaning that Randy Bullock is out to kick a field goal. And it's blocked! It's blocked by Kevin Johnson, and it's picked up there. What a play by Kevin Johnson. Free agent cornerback came over from Buffalo after spending his first 4 years in Houston. What a play there by Kevin Johnson. Can the Browns take advantage of it? This huge momentum. And that ball's out of bounds. Looked like he was going for Beckham, and Beckham caught it, but he was out of bounds. So 1 minute and 49 seconds, plenty of time. Plenty of time here for the Browns to go down and try to get some points on the board here in this first half. Across the middle there is Beckham. He's got it for about 8 yards. He's up to the 36-yard line. Nice pitch and catch there as Beckham sat down in the middle of that zone, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Clock continuing to run. You wonder here if the Browns are just going to let it go or if they're going to call timeout. We'll have to see what sort of frame of reference and frame of mind Kevin Stefanski is in right now. They're going to just go no huddle and try to speed it up a little bit. 3rd and 2. Baker in the shotgun. He's got time. He's got time. He zips it off to the left to Jarvis Landry, who's not going to get the first down. 3rd and 2, and he could not get more than a yard. And now they call timeout. 4-down territory. Oh, excuse me. The Bengals called timeout. So the Bengals are the ones that called the timeout because they think they're going to get the ball back with 1 minute and 18 seconds. And they know that Cleveland defense is gassed. So Gillen back to punt again. He has been a busy man so far this half. Nice punt from Gillen. Nice hang time there. It's going to be taken by Phillips at the 10. And he gets up to about the 18 is where his forward progress will leave him. So 1 minute and 9 seconds left. We'll see how aggressive Cincinnati is after Cleveland could not capitalize on that blocked field goal attempt from Kevin Johnson. What a block that was. But unfortunately, it is all for naught as Baker and the offense are just sputtering. Joe Burrow out of the shotgun. He's back to pass. He's got time. Over to the left side. He's going to get John Ross on a quick little out there. 5 yards. But it does stop the clock as Ross runs out of bounds immediately. Browns defense huffing and puffing. Hands on hips. Burrow out of the shotgun. He's got 5 out. All by his lonesome. He's back to pass. He's got a little bit of time. He fires it over to the left side, and it's going to be Mixon out of the backfield with the catch there. So Mixon had spread out wide into the formation of the receivers, and he caught that little pass for a first down. Bengals call their second timeout. 1 minute and 1 second to go as Greedy Williams picks up already his 6th tackle of the first half as he has had a nice half. Out of the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to go deep down the left side, and it's caught! He's in bounds. What a play by John Ross. What a throw by Joe Burrow. Look at this rookie. This kid can sling the rock. Look at that thing. What a play, just right where it needed to be. And Jacob Phillips from his middle linebacker spot thinking, how in the world am I supposed to be chasing John Ross down the field? One of the fastest guys ever to run at the combine. And what a great throw and catch, and the Bengals are in business here as Joe Burrow is slinging the rock all over the place. And there he is to the right side from the left hash to Joe Mixon for 9 yards, and Mixon gets out of bounds. So the Bengals are up to the 26-yard line now, 50 seconds left, and they've got a chance to put more points on the board. And this is about as worst-case scenario as it gets, coming on the heels of what was a horrible representation of football last week in Baltimore. Burrow back to pass. Continues to have time. He just checks it down to Joe Mixon, but that's going to be enough for a first down. Clock continues to run. They have one more timeout left. Cleveland doesn't feel the need to call a timeout and stop that clock, even for some breath for their defensive players. Mixon just turned around and caught it. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Clock continuing to run. Burrow, quick drop, firing over to the left side. It's going to be Drew Sample again, the tight end who had the touchdown earlier. He's only going to get 4 yards. Nice open field tackle there. And Cincinnati does call their final timeout of the first half. So we'll see if they take a shot at the end zone or with 16 seconds left if they're just content to attempt a field goal here. Remember that 35-yarder a little bit earlier was blocked by Kevin Johnson, and they do just decide to bring Randy Bullock out. And he's going to kick this field goal from 33 yards, and it's good. So 13 seconds left now, and the Bengals in command, 17-0. And it's been kind of the story about less about what the Bengals are doing, but more about what the Browns are not doing. And they just have not been strong on offense. They just look lost. The play calling has been predictable, and the execution has been maybe even worse than the play calling in terms of what they've been able to do, and some silly mistakes, just run straight for the first down instead of juking to the outside and getting stopped. So the Browns have some soul searching to do here pretty quickly, a game and a half into the season, about what they're going to do in terms of an offensive identity. And I just don't think that they found it yet. And again, I can't, we talked a little bit about it last week, just cannot think about the fact that they didn't get all that time together in the offseason as they were doing all of their meetings and install via Zoom conferences instead of in person. Here's Natson, and he's going to get tackled at the 22-yard line. 9 seconds left. Baker should just take a knee. They just need to get into the locker room, lick their wounds, and come back out in the second half. But we'll see what they do. Rarely have they done what I've wanted them to do so far. I got to tell you, folks, it's been real hard not to push pause here and pick up the controller and jump in just to try to help out the Browns here, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Baker's just going to give to Chubb, and he's going to run right into a defensive lineman. And that's going to be it for the first half. Geno Atkins, of course, fitting way to end the first half of football here in Cleveland. All right, and we're back. Here is the second half. Browns kicking the ball away, and Seibert boots the ball down the field. First half, as you can see from the score, was pretty much all Bengals. A few exciting plays, a nice little strip from Greedy Williams that Delpit recovered, and Kevin Johnson had a nice blocked field goal. Other than that, it's been pretty abysmal again from the Browns here, especially on offense. Joe Burrow coming out, second half. See if this defense can get a stop and get the ball back in Baker's hands. There's that total yards, 245 to 27. And in case you're not great at math, that's not very good. There's that quick hitter out to the left side again for Burrow. Again, they're just giving him a lot of easy, quick passes. That one goes to A.J. Green again. So he already has 5 catches now for 54 yards. Zach Taylor wanting to make life as easy as possible for his rookie quarterback, although they spoke very highly about Joe Burrow's mental makeup and his ability to process the game at NFL speed. He gives it to Mixon, and he's pounded right away. What a play there. Sheldon Richardson stopped him, and then Ogunjobi finished him off. Nice job there, as they're actually going to lose a yard on the play. Great stop there by the interior of the Browns' defensive line, bringing up an important 3rd and 6. Browns really need to get off of the field and give their offense the ball. Burrow's thinking about it. He's going to get sacked by Larry Ogunjobi. Nice play there, and the Browns defense has a great first drive. 3rd sack of the game for the Browns, which of course is only one less than Atkins has by himself. Remember those stories about Ogunjobi and how he has befriended Geno Atkins. They train together and they work out together, and Atkins gives him pointers and tips. And if Ogunjobi became as good and as reliable as Geno Atkins, I think all Browns fans everywhere would be pretty darn happy. Here's Natson. He's going to get tackled right away. Sethan Carter and Logan Wilson are right there on the tackle. So here comes the first drive of the second half. The Browns they got to put a couple of good plays together. They've just been so inconsistent, and they have got no rhythm. Very few first downs in this game, and Baker just looks like a shell of what we think he can be. He's back to pass. He's got time. He fires it deep. Nice ball there to OBJ. Great pitch and catch to the left side. Beckham ran a 12 to 15-yard comeback route there, and Baker threw a strike right on him. Great play there. Nice job. Good pitch and catch. That's what we need. That's what we need. Keep that going. Let's go, Browns. Come on. Baker out of the shotgun now. 1st and 10. He's looking, he's got tons and tons and tons of time. Geno Atkins sacks him for a 5th time. 5 sacks. When we've played 33 minutes of football, look at him over here on the bottom of your screen, working on Wyatt Teller one-on-one. Teller just cannot stop him, and Baker is sacked for a 5th time. Now, Baker should have gotten rid of the ball on that one, but Geno Atkins is having his way. Piano! And almost picked off there as it was tipped. It looked like he was trying to squeeze it in there. Yes, he was, to Harrison Bryant, rookie tight end out of Florida Atlantic. And he fired that ball over there. But look at Bryant, almost double to triple covered there. Not the best spot to try to force the ball. Baker out of the shotgun, another 3rd and long. He has not been successful. They're going to set up that screen to the left, and it goes off the back of Wills' helmet. That one actually looked like Chubb would have had some room, but they have opted to instead chuck it off of the helmet, again, of Jedrick Wills, the left tackle. Now, for those of you stat geeks at home, if you're wondering, the NFL record for sacks in a game is Derek Thomas, Kansas City Chiefs in 1990, in a game against the Seahawks, where he had 7 sacks in one game. So Geno Atkins has 5, and there are several other players with 6 and one with 5.5 on that stat, on that all-time leaderboard. So Geno Atkins, definitely with plenty of time, and the way that he is punishing Wyatt Teller could definitely set that NFL record if he really wanted to, and if the Browns' game plan allows him to do so. Burrow back to pass. He's just going to sling it over to the left side. Looks like Uzama again, and he's going to pick up, actually it's going to be a loss of 1. So nice tackle there to come and fill quickly on the outside. That was Carl Joseph reading that play and getting down to the line of scrimmage quickly and stopping Uzama for a negative 1-yard gain. Burrow under center, 10:45, and ticking as the clock. There's Tyler Boyd on that same jet sweep. He's going to pick up 5 yards off to the right side. 3rd and 6 upcoming. Browns really need to try to get the ball back here. Important that they do. They cannot afford to give up any more points. Heck, they couldn't have afforded to give up this many points because of the way their offense is playing. Joe Burrow, he's back to pass. He's over the middle. Tyler Boyd, a nice safe little pitch and catch for a couple of yards, but it is going to be short of the 1st down. And Kevin Huber is going to come out to punt. So the defense does their job again and holds the Bengals. Yeah, get loud, First Energy Stadium. Let's get loud here. JoJo Natson, maybe a little excitement, maybe a little spark coming from him. Although it looks like maybe he's just going to pick up a fair. No, he does pick. Oh, he makes one man miss. Oh, nice little play there. Mackenzie Alexander, how do you do? A dive and a total miss of Natson. Again, we talked about Alexander earlier, that free agent corner that came over from the Minnesota Vikings in the offseason. Clemson University player in his 5th season in the league. So here's Baker. As long as he can avoid Geno Atkins, I think that might be the first small win. They're going to pitch left side to Chubb. He's got a little bit of room, and then quickly Trey Waynes comes and shuts down the door. Actually, it looks like they're going to get him for a loss of 1 on the play. As Trey Waynes came up from his cornerback spot and quickly shut down Nick Chubb. Chubb's got to make him miss there. Got to be able to make one man miss. Blocking was set up for him to get a little ways downfield. Here's the handoff up the middle to Chubb. He's going to redeem himself with a nice little 8-yard run up the middle there, Nick Chubb. And he is up to 47 yards rushing, more than double what he had last week with still a half of football basically left to play. 3rd and 2, important drive. Here's the Browns need to continue to move the football. Starts here with a 1st down. 1st down would be great. Baby steps here. Come on. Back to pass, a little dump off. He's got it. It looks like Hooper, and he's got the 1st down. Hey, we got a 1st down. Baker all the way up to 34 yards passing. I'm not trying to sound sarcastic, but that's my sarcastic tone, I guess, because he has not been good at all so far this entire season and in this game as well. But there's still plenty of time to turn this thing around. He's under center with the offset eye. He's going to throw the ball over to Landry on the left side. They're going to call this a run as Landry does a nice job, breaks 1 tackle. They're actually going to give him 8 yards there on the tackle and catch. So he did a nice job there just to get a few yards, and they actually had a little bit of life, a little bit of momentum happening on this drive. They're almost across midfield. Double tight end to the left side. They're going to give the ball to Chubb, and he's going to get stuffed. Guess who? 97, Geno Adkins. Dude is just playing out of his mind right now, and he's going to stuff Nick Chubb right at the line of scrimmage. Big third down here. Important to get this first down. They have not been good on third down today. Add that to the list. We're going to go right side with Chubb. He's going to get the first down. We got 2 first downs in a row on the same drive here, folks. Watch out. Maybe, just maybe, they're starting to wake up a little bit. Great blocking, good sealing, nice play there by Janovich to push linebacker out of the way. Wilson does a nice job just to trip him up after a gain of about 6 yards. That's a first down for the Browns. They are in plus territory. Chubb again up the middle. Nice run. Oh, boom. Sit down. Jesse Bates hit him with the old truck stick there. And nice play there before Mackenzie Alexander could trip him up. So Nick Chubb has come to life, and the Browns offense has a little bit of something cooking here now. Finally, this has been the best drive that we have seen certainly all season, with 3 first downs here in a row. They're going to give this one to Hunt, and Hunt is going to get tripped up there for a 3-yard rush. We hadn't seen him much today. Remember, he had that injury last week, if you watched it. He was frozen in carbonite in the first half and did fall out and finish the game. So nice job. Kudos to the medical staff there for cleaning up Kareem Hunt last week. So he gets his first carry, and it's for a first down. Chubb back in the game after his breather. Clock ticks under 5 minutes. Chubb again, left side. Nice run. He's going to be taken down by middle linebacker Josh Bynes. He came over in free agency this summer as well. 10th year out of Auburn. He spent some time with Baltimore, Arizona, and Detroit. So Josh Bynes, new middle linebacker there with a good tackle on Nick Chubb. But the Browns are driving, guys, and this is important. Very, very important. They're going to give the ball again to Chubb on the inside zone, and he's going to go maybe a yard, maybe 2. They're going to give him a gain of 2 on the outside. Another tackle by Josh Bynes and company. But the Browns are moving the football into the 3rd and short. They are not behind the sticks. They have not been sacked. I hope I didn't just jinx anything. I'm knocking on wood here in my office. Baker out of the shotgun, 3rd and 2. Hard count. He's got time, and it's incomplete. Looked like he was going for OBJ. Just needed to wait another half second for him to clear the linebacker, Wilson. Wilson just stuck off that big left paw and knocked that ball down. So the Browns' drive does finally stall here at the 25-yard line, and Austin Seibert is in to attempt a 41-yard field goal. He missed earlier from over 50, and this one goes through the uprights. Austin Seibert, and the Browns are on the board, and a little bit of a Bronx cheer from the Cleveland fans as they see their first points of the season in First Energy Stadium. But you got to really be encouraged by what that drive looked like up to that point, specifically the running game. Nick Chubb with a little bit of Kareem Hunt thrown in there, and the Browns were certainly the best looking of their offense has looked so far this young season in 2020. Again, remember these Madden simulations, I am not doing anything. The playbooks I've selected were Minnesota for the offense, San Francisco for the defense. Full 15-minute quarters. I'm having the players play at an all-pro, not all Madden level, just to have a little bit of a difference in terms of skill. And again, I downloaded the rosters from the roster share function of the game, and they're the complete and full Madden 2020 rosters with all of the new rookies, some undrafted rookie free agents, and all of the free agent signings. So Austin Hooper, Jack Conklin, Carl Joseph, those guys were already on the Browns. I didn't have to do anything. The only thing that I did was go in and tidy up a few of their numbers just to make sure that they were right and set what my best guess at the depth chart was going to be. So here we go. Under center, Joe Burrow. Potentially in chew clock mode already. He's got plenty of time. He finds Uzama again over off the left side. Jacob Phillips makes the tackle, but Uzama with a 7-yard gain on first down. And he has had a very good game here, has C.J. Uzama. 5 catches now, 52 yards for the tight end. Clock continuing to tick now. Burrow letting the clock get down under 10, 8 seconds each time he's snapping the football. Ross in motion. They're going to fake it to Ross and give it to Mixon again, and he is pulverized there in the hole. Nice hit by Carl Joseph. We know that he's a big hitter. Kid out of West Virginia who'd been with Oakland since he got drafted, and that was a great tackle there in the backfield as he stunned Joe Mixon quickly, and then the rest of the team was able to pick up the pieces. 3rd and 2, Mixon up the middle. He's going to get stopped. He's going to get stopped right there. I think it was B.J. Goodson. It was. B.J. Goodson fills the hole. The new linebacker that came over in the offseason. Nice job there as he stuns the gap, and Mixon cannot get the first down. And the Browns are going to stop them again. B.J. Goodson, who was drafted by the Giants and then played there for 3 years, and then last year was with Green Bay before coming over also from Clemson. A lot of guys from Clemson in this game. And Goodson, the 5th-year player, comes in and makes a great tackle, forcing another punt. So the Browns come back on offense. Let's see if they can take advantage of that momentum that they helped build a little bit in that last possession. They're definitely going to need it here. As the clock is ticking on them. Time is starting to not be their friend. 1:16 to go here in the 3rd quarter. They give us to the inside to Chubb, and he is going to be stopped very, very quickly. Just could not quite squeak around that line of scrimmage there. Another tackle by rookie Logan Wilson. So just a 1-yard gain off that right side, but they have certainly been more committed to Nick Chubb today. Remember, he only had 14 carries last game, and he is already over 14 in this one with still a quarter to go. He goes up the middle again, one-on-one with kind of pushes Josh Bynes on his 17th carry, as we just talked about there. And Bynes is able to sort of take a ride for 2 yards before getting him down. So a tough 3rd and 7 here. Let's see what Stefanski dials up. Again, wearing his best Freddie Kitchens outfit over on that sideline. Draw, and it's gonna work for a first down. Are you kidding me? A draw play on 3rd and 7? And I think the Bengals were just as confused as I was there on the end of the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 7 with that delayed handoff draw, and Chubb breaks 2 tackles and crosses for a first down. Are you kidding me? Holy moly. 1st and 10. There's the delayed handoff again, and this time it's not going to work because Geno Atkins is an unfair player in this game right now. He has been so good. His 8th solo tackle, of course, 5 of those were sacks, and he has just been an absolute force in the middle of that Bengals defensive line. 2nd and 10, Baker from the shotgun. He's back to pass. He's got good time. He fires it over to the right side, and it's knocked out of bounds. What a play over there on the side by William Jackson III as he knocked it out of, looked like Rashard Higgins' hands over on that right sideline. Play looked like maybe Baker should have just thrown the ball just a touch earlier. Rashard was there by the time that he waited to throw to him. Jackson had gotten over to defend the pass. 3rd and 10, Baker back to pass. They're setting up the screen again. At this time, Chubb's got it. He's gonna get tackled, and they're gonna get him just short of the first down, I think. Call it a gain of 8. He needed 10. It's gonna be 4th and 2. They've been trying to set up that screen all day, and it finally worked to get them a few yards. Unfortunately, it is not enough, and Jamie Gillen will be out to punt again. So another stall there as Gillen boots it from the 25. Another great punt. Look at that thing. Oh, look at it die again inside the 10 down to the 6-yard line. What a punt by Jamie Gillen, the Scottish Hammer. Great play there to pin to pin Cincinnati back down inside their 10-yard line. 13:32 left to go. This drive starting at their 6-yard line, and we'll see if the Browns can get another stop. They've got to be getting tired. Burrow back to pass. He's inside the goal line, incomplete as he was looking for Uzama off the right side as he was crossing from left to right. C.J. Uzama, who's had a nice game so far for the Bengals. And it does stop the clock, which again helps the Browns at this point. They're doing anything they can to try to get back in this game. 2nd and 10, Burrow under center now. Drops back, 3-step drop, turns, fires it off to the left side, incomplete again. Nice play there by the Browns defense. Delpit was in the vicinity as it looked like he was trying to get the ball out to Uzama again. Joe Burrow, 2 straight incompletions. A little bit of pressure starting to mount now from this defensive front as they have not blitzed much today. Here's this 5 wide receiver set. Burrow out of the shotgun, 3rd and 10. Needs some pressure. He's going to get off to the side, and it's caught by Joe Mixon on the left side as he did a long square out, and Joe Mixon catches that football and runs it down for a huge gain. He already has 6 catches now. Look at this. Nobody in that vicinity. They were playing zone and were not looking to the sidelines. And Joe Mixon gets them out of a bad situation. Great pitch and catch there from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are now out of their danger territory and driving again. There's a pitch and a catch outside to A.J. Green up near another Bengals first down. A.J. Green now 6 catches for 63 yards, and that wry smile on Zach Taylor's face as he's just watching that clock tick down slowly. Tick, tick, tick. He's just trying to grind this one to a halt. Burrow's going to give it to Mixon up the middle. He's got a big hole. He's going to get tackled from behind by Sheldon Richardson, but not before he gets the first down after a nice 10-yard run there. Richardson showing up a little bit more in this game. He was not even a part of the stat sheet at all last week against Baltimore. He just got overwhelmed by Ingram and Lamar Jackson. Clock continuing to run. Burrow waiting for the play clock to get down to about 5 seconds before snapping it each time. Oh, and he's going to be brought down with the face mask, I think. Ogunjobi got him. He did. He grabbed that face mask. Huge mistake. 15 extra yards on the end of that run. And the Bengals are down to the 27-yard line. This is not great, folks. Just when we needed the Browns to get a stop, they are unable so far to get this stop. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers tight. Burrow under center. He's going to put Tyler Boyd in motion. Fake to Tyler Boyd and give the ball to Mixon. He cucks it outside. He cuts back inside before he is tackled. A nice little 5-yard gain there by Joe Mixon. He's up to 77 yards before Greedy Williams makes his 9th tackle of the game on that side. We're under 11 minutes now. This drive started at 13:32 on their own 6-yard line, and they're up to the 21. This has been a real pro drive for Joe Burrow. Out to the left side, Uzama again. Good tackle in open space there by Carl Joseph, but Uzama is going to fall forward. No, not going to be a first down. 3rd and inches. They are not going to give him that spot. I thought he had the first down. Joseph with a nice tackle. All right, this is huge now. Huge, huge, huge. Got to hold them to something other than a first down here. 3rd and inches. Burrow out of the shotgun. Hard count, back to pass, left side, complete to A.J. Green in front of Greedy Williams, and that is a killer of a first down. A.J. Green's 7th catch of the day so far. He just turned around after that 8 to 10-yard button hook, that comeback route, and he just stood there, and that's a pretty easy pitch and catch, even for a rookie quarterback playing in just his 2nd NFL game. Burrow, he's got time. He's going to get sacked in the backfield. Sheldon Richardson, we just talked about him. He's had a much better game with his 5th tackle, and it's a sack as he gets him back in the backfield. Nice play there by Sheldon Richardson. Definitely needed that to try to get a little bit of a spark in this crowd. Good play there as he broke contain from Billy Price and Trey Hopkins, the center and right guard. Delayed handoff this time. The draw goes to Mixon, and he's going to get a few of those sack yards back. Gain of 6 over there on the right hash now. 3rd and 10. Same thing. Got to get a stop here. Cannot allow the Bengals to score another touchdown. There is really, it may already be insurmountable at this point. Let's just be honest. But if they score 7 here again, that's definitely over. Bro, he's got time. He goes to the left side. Great hit on the out-of-bounds play there, Sendejo. Look at Drew Sample. He is upset. He had the ball in his hands, and the hit knocked the ball out of his hands. Sendejo with a huge hit on the left side of that offense. Great play there, and the Browns do hold. And they're going to hold Bullock to this field goal here. 33-yard attempt. Excuse me, not a 33-yard attempt. They were from the 11. 28-yard attempt, and that kick is good for Randy Bullock, but nice stop at the end. However, that drive took almost 6 minutes, and they started from their 6-yard line. Big, long drive, and now at 20-3, I think that fat lady has finished her warm-up, and she has taken the stage. The Browns really got to do something, and they got to start doing something fast, and I just haven't seen anything in this game that's let me believe that that's actually going to happen. And I hope that I'm wrong. I really, really hope that I'm wrong. And trust me, I wish I could take over and control them down the field for a quick touchdown drive, but that's not what we've committed to do here. We've committed to simulating the season and dealing with the reality. And frankly, folks, as a lifelong Browns fan of 38 years, this feels a hell of a lot like the real thing, to watch the Browns just get embarrassed here at their home opener on national TV on Thursday night. Natson's going to take a knee. 7:52. Baker's got to come out. They got to do something. They got to do something. They got to do it quick. He's going to have to start throwing the ball down the field. They're going to have to start taking a couple more chances, I guess. They got to do something here. So he's out. There's his mates in the huddle with him. Baker out of the shotgun. 1st and 10. 7:52 to play. Back to pass. He's got good protection this time. He's got plenty of time. He rolls. He's going to take off on the left side. He's got a little bit of room before he's tackled out of bounds by Mackenzie Alexander. They call it a gain of 3. Baker with all kinds of time there. Geno Atkins didn't come and ruin his lunch, and he was able to just spill out and take what was given to him, 3 yards. But the clock continues to run. Now Baker out of the shotgun, 2nd and 7. From the 28-yard line. He's back to pass, surveying the field. He fires a nice catch over the middle there. It's Nick Chubb out of the backfield. Little angle route there. Nice pitch and catch to Chubb. His 5th catch. But because his first couple were negative, he's only got 14 yards now total on the reception. But nice pitch and catch there for a 1st down, and Chubb almost stayed up. Look at that catch. Good look at it there from our camera people. Baker out of the shotgun. Under 7 minutes, he's going out to the side. Hooper catches it, and I think he got him with the face mask. He did. Mackenzie Alexander, we've called his name a couple times for penalties and missed tackles, and this time he's going to get the face mask, which gives the Browns an extra 15 up to midfield, folks. They're on the 49, going in. This is important now. They're going away from the dog pound here at First Energy Stadium. Baker out of the shotgun, 1st and 10. They need 6 on this drive. Fired, great catch, pitch and catch there. Austin Hooper right over the middle. And Baker with so far his best drive, passing the ball. 4th catch for Hooper. Again, you can see only 18 yards as everything's been real short so far. They haven't pushed the ball down the field at all today. Weather's pretty decent, so I'm not sure what that is other than maybe Geno Atkins ruining their life so many times. 2nd and inches, 6 minutes to play now, under 6 minutes when he takes the snap. He rolls, goes left side, it's picked off. Oh, Von Bell picked off. Von Bell coming over from New Orleans this offseason. Ohio State player, which of course many Browns fans are also Ohio State fans, so you feel a little bit good inside, but also horrible inside, because he just sealed the game. That's a very, very unfortunate interception as the Browns were driving. They were in Bengals territory, and then Von Bell jumps that route of Hooper and picks it off. Baker Mayfield with his 1st interception of the game here today. Or lied, 2nd interception. Gosh, he threw that first one way, way, way early at the beginning. So long, I forgot. So now the Bengals with the ball, and they're just going to try to run clock, mixing off the right edge. 1st down. It's too easy. Too easy when you play the game that way. Double tights to the right. Burrow letting that clock get down under 7 seconds every time. He's going to give the ball to Mixon. This time, Mixon, behind the strength of the tight ends, is run into by B.J. Goodson on that time, again, linebacker that came over from the Packers here in the offseason to the Browns. There's Baker on the sideline wondering if he's going to get another shot. And I don't know at this point. The defense is so tired. We've seen this story. How many times have I myself sat in First Energy Stadium and just watched the defense just be exhausted by the end of the game because their offense couldn't do anything. Although that was a nice tackle there by Jacob Phillips. He's had a nice game. Looks like he could be potentially a good player there in that linebacking core for the Browns, which is very, very young and unproven. 3rd and 10, 3:21 to play in the game. Joe Burrow takes the snap here. Looking, and it's over the middle, first down. Tyler Boyd found the little void in the zone. Boyd found the void, and that's another Bengals first down. And I just want this game to be over. Gosh, this is brutal. The Browns, this defense has really honestly played a really pretty darn good football team, or football game, except for a couple of plays. They're just exhausted here at the end. Nothing that they can do about it, except sit and wait and try to make a stop. Ross in motion. They fake to Ross and give to Mixon, and Phillips again meets him in the backfield along with Mack Wilson. So those two SEC linebackers converging on the ball carrier. It's going to be a gain of 1. This clock is going to tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go. Browns down 20-3. Bengals driving again here. We will see what happens in these last 2 minutes, but I'm not expecting any fireworks. I just want to get this thing home and turn off my computer. Burrow, he's got time. He's got plenty of time surveying the field. He fires to the left side. Picked off! It's Carl Joseph in the end zone. Picked off in front of Tyler Boyd. Nice play there. And maybe, just maybe, under 2 minutes, the Browns have time to try to get something. Baker over to the right side. Chubb out of the backfield. He gets out of bounds. Nice little pitch and catch for Nick Chubb, who's been involved in the passing game more today. That's his 6th catch of the day, Nick Chubb. And again, with 1 minute and 49 seconds, you got 3 timeouts. An onside kick, of course, has got to be looming. I think you just got to try to put a touchdown on the board so your offense has some momentum going into next week when the Redskins come into town. That's a must-win game in Week 3 at this juncture, and you haven't even scored an offensive touchdown yet. The only touchdown of this entire season was a kickoff return, and you've had 2 field goals to go along with that. It's a pretty piss-poor start to the season here for the Browns offense. 3rd and 2. Baker in a shotgun, minute 46 to play. He's got time. Nice play there to OBJ. Nice catch by Beckham as he did a little slant from the left side, and they're going to get the first down. Clock continues to tick, though. Are the Browns going to take timeouts or not? A nice pitch and catch there. Looked like both Jarvis and Odell were running slants. They're going to just stick no huddle, no timeouts being used. That probably should tell you all you need to know about where Stefanski feels about this game. Oh, picked off by Josh Bynes as he cuts in front of Chubb. Conklin can't get him. Josh Bynes, touchdown. And ain't that just a kick in the sack? Pick 6 with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go. Browns were driving just to try to have something positive on the board. Picked off by middle linebacker Josh Bynes, and Jack Conklin cannot make the tackle. 3rd interception of the day for Baker Mayfield. Bullock puts the extra point through, and if this place wasn't already empty, every fan is heading for the stands now as the Browns have another embarrassment of a football game to start this 2020 season. And on Thursday night, national television to boot. I don't even know what to say anymore. The Browns' offense is just not good right now. Not good at all. kick away from Bullock. Matson has not had a chance really to return much today. He's been way deep, catching him in the end zone. 1 minute and 11 seconds. Please just put me out of my misery. This game just needs to be over with. And I don't know. Honestly, there's got to be a lot of soul searching that happens. They'll get a couple extra days off. This is Thursday. They don't play again for 10 days. Washington's a young and growing team. That young quarterback, Dwayne Haskins. New coach in Ron Rivera. Going to be more defensive-minded. Chase Young, second overall draft pick. And with a minute and 7 seconds to go, the Browns look content to just let the clock continue to run down. Of course, that was incomplete, but no timeouts seem to be being called right now. Baker back to pass over the middle, connects with Hooper. Nice catch there for Hooper. Oh, now they're going to call a timeout. Sure, why not? A walloping 53 yards passing, folks. Of course, you got to take those sack yards out on that stat for your team, but that's not going to get it done ever. 1 minute to go. 3rd and 1. Baker out of the shotgun. He's got Hooper off the line to the right. Receivers to the left. He's going to fake the ball to Chubb. Out to the outside. Nice pitch and catch with Hooper. Actually, a really nice catch there. Wish we would have seen a little bit more of that earlier in the game from Baker Mayfield. Just a nice confident throw on that out in front of Von Bell. Hooper makes a nice catch and even gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Browns on the 45. Baker out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers along with Hooper and Chubb in the backfield. Over to the right side. Caught again. This one's going to be Taywan Taylor, it looks like. His first catch of the game, the 4th or 5th receiver on this roster. He comes in only for certain formations, and he has a nice out route that Baker connects on. 53 seconds left in the game. Again, as Baker showing a little bit more life, just way too little and way too late. Baker back to pass. He's got time. Rolls right, throws right, and he's going to hit Nick Chubb for a gain of about 8 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Do they go another timeout? Clock runs under 40 seconds. I can't tell. And now they call a timeout. Sure, why wait? Call that timeout with 31 seconds. So 30 seconds left to go in this game. And mercifully, we just need it to end. Truly, we do. Right now, the Browns suck, and it starts with Baker. He sucks right now. The play calling is not great. The execution is horrible. Wyatt Teller just got abused today by Geno Atkins. Play action pass, Baker. Hey, there's a nice pitch and catch to Beckham. I just wish we would have seen this stuff a little bit earlier. There you can see Baker 21 of 34 with 3 interceptions so far today. So the Browns are going to go ahead and call their last timeout. They're trying to do something here with 20 seconds left. That was their last timeout. They're on the 18-yard line. See if they can get in the end zone. No ability to kind of stop the clock and get the field goal team out unless it's an incompletion. And they choose to feel good about 3 more points. Baker out of the shotgun. 20 seconds remaining. 1st and 10. Baker, and it's batted down at the line. Looked like it was, guess who? Geno Atkins again, playing the game of his life, or so it feels like. Holy crap, he's been good today, Geno Atkins has. There's Josh Bynes. He's been pretty good. New fixture in the middle of that defense for Lou Anarumo, defensive coordinator of the Bengals. And sure, let's just hand it off to Nick Chubb around the left side. He's going to get down, knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard. That was a really nice run there by Nick Chubb. Again, I'm not sure why you're handing the ball off, but it worked, and they got a nice little gain there. Good block there, you could see by Teller. Jesse Bates whiffed on it, and then finally Von Bell knocks him out of bounds. They're at the 5-yard line with 13 seconds, no timeouts. End zone or bust. We want a touchdown. He's back to pass. He throws it short. It's caught by Jarvis Landry at the 4-yard line. He's going to go backwards to the 6. And that's going to be it because the clock will run out. Jarvis ends the game with 3 catches for a whole walloping 0 yards because of all of the negative plays. And mercifully, this one ends. The Browns embarrassed at home on national television, and they just suck right now. Player of the game, Geno Atkins, I'll bet he is. 5 sacks for Geno as he just obliterated Wyatt Teller for the majority of this game. And there you can see the scoring by quarter, and the Bengals were just slow and steady. Burrow didn't have to do anything spectacular. He had a couple of pretty nice throws. Handed the ball off to Joe Mixon a few times. Pick 6 at the end to really seal the game. But this is the tale right there. Look at that. Passing yards, 102. Rushing yards, 109. Those 5 sacks were brutal. Those 3 picks were brutal. Drive home safely, Cleveland, and hope that your team can come up with a little bit something more. And 10 days from now, when the Washington Redskins come to town. So let's take a quick look here at the stats. But that's it for the game. I can't even do the stat videos. I'm just going to let them play and you can look at them because I'm so depressed by how bad we suck right now. Maybe we'll be better in 10 days. Thanks for watching Nagy on Sports. After the stats are done, I'll be out. Peace.